Those autumn feels. It's quite chilly today.
It is quite cold. It's been really cold recently. I'm going to try speak quieter because I've realised I actually just shout into the mic.
Yeah, you do. And I whisper into the mic.
So our dad's in a meeting. So,
Yep, so...
we're going to actually have to be quiet because...
wait, can you see the... No, or not?
No, we'll just get it out.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Oh, this
drink of the
this
episode.
one is... there's actually no words to describe this drink.
Get on it.
It's been refrigerated.
Wait, isn't this one's only in
We've
Europe?
only ever found it in Spain because it wasn't in Italy when we went. So I brought back loads of those because I was in Spain recently. But they're just honestly, they are.
I haven't had it. I haven't had it since we went to Spain.
They're divine. It's just gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous drink. Okay. If I could marry a drink, I'm just gonna stop talking. But if I could marry a drink, it'd be this one.
But this one is really good. Like, what did we rate it? I think it was my second.
Peach Monster's still very much up there, but this one on like a summer's day, frozen.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The peach one is good, but it's not my favorite. I'd have to say my favorite is either. Okay, I don't have a favourite, it depends on my mood, but that one, the rose one.
Rose isn't top 5 for me.
It is. You know what, I had the OG white one the other day
Saturday. I've not had the white one in ages.
I was so dehydrated too. I chugged that.
I've not had the white one in ages just because of it. Do you know, there's a new one coming out, passion fruit. It's like a lilac.
I sent that to you.
Yeah, and then I put it on my story.
Yeah, like 5 weeks after.
That one I'm excited for.
What the flip?
Do you know what one? I think they've got a cherry one, but I really want to try a cherry one. Do you know what I might do? This might be a borderline psychotic, but I might just order a variety pack.
That's not psychotic at all.
Like, of different flavours.
This one looks fresh when you pour it in. We're just addicted, like, that's all it is.
It's actually, I don't genuinely, no words can describe it. I've already had a can today, so this is...
I definitely spilt it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it, I'll clean that up.
This is so good.
For you?
Cheers it. Thank you,
of course.
My lady.
Sorry, it's dripping. Clink. That was the worst clink. It's because they're not wine glasses. Actually, this might be my favourite one.
Oh, it's so good. It's just... It's like sugared strawberries.
It's like juice.
Sorry,
like
I didn't speak into
juice.
the mic. Sugared strawberries.
Strawberry juice.
I can't believe it's almost October.
That's awesome.
Genuinely 2 days to October. Halloween. I'm not the biggest fan of Halloween.
Not massive celebrators.
It's not. It's just not it. Christmas, however. Got a good feeling about this Christmas.
This Christmas is gonna be good, but it's always like October, November. Those are like the depressive months, but in a way they're like romantically depressive. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like romanticism. It's like
I'm just gonna get on the Christmas stuff early this year.
It's so dreary that it's like, okay. But do you not think that, you know, when people are like, okay, this might be like really deeply psychological, but you know when you're sad and you're just thinking about your sad thoughts, but it's almost like a calming behavior of how sad those thoughts. Okay, don't because people agree with me on this, but you like enjoy you enjoy like I don't know how to explain it. You enjoy
thinking,
like putting yourself in that hole of sadness. And it's not like it's different to like actual depression and like stuff.
because I think
But
people
it's
in
just like
depression don't enjoy that.
no, but it's like you never just like sit on public transport, like on the bus. You've got a long bus journey and you just like to like what is the word? Like not mellow, like
Ponder.
oh my, it's like bellow or something.
It's not bellowing. Bellow's men.
What?
Bellowing is like
Bellowing.
no. Bellowing is like I swear, like not horses, but some animal goes.
No. It's like not
No.
mellow, not bellow.
Yeah, emit a deep, loud roar. That's what I was doing.
What's the word then? Burrow. Burrow in your sadness?
I know what it's on the top of my tongue now. It's on the tip of my tongue.
It ends in O.
Oh,
Wallow.
yeah.
Not allowed to leave the house. That sounds so That sounds like we're being held hostage. Guys, we are allowed to leave the house.
Yeah, this isn't a camera, guys. This
be.
is a cry for help.
You can't include that. I'm being so serious.
I mean, the people holding us hostage would not allow that anyways. So if it's included, everyone knows we're fine.
We shouldn't be allowed out of the house.
Hello, Laymus.
It's like a loophole. A wormhole.
Hello, Munchkins. This is.
Can I say it?
Yeah, because I can't remember what I said.
Hello, Munchkins, and welcome to.
You sat up.
Yeah.
Like, let me readjust.
Yeah, because on the first episode, I was looking a little too relaxed.
You blend in with the chair.
Hello, Munchkins, and welcome to the Lovers Chat. Sorry, that was so. Take 5. Hello, Munchkins, and welcome to the Lovers Chat. You're here with Agnesa. What did I say wrong this time?
Nothing. It was just a. Run it again.
Take 6. What? Literally what?
Nothing.
Okay. Hello, Munchkins. I can't remember it. Hello, Munchkins. Actually, what do I say?
Welcome to the Lovers Chat podcast.
Oh. Hello, Munchkins, and welcome to the Lovers Chat podcast. You're here with Agnesa
and Arena. And this is episode 5.
Well, no, you're not gonna cut out all that. You're making yourself do extra work with this. Let's run it from the top. Hello, Munchkins, and welcome to the Lovers Chat podcast. You're here with Agnesa
and Arena, and this is episode.
She's got the giggles. And welcome to episode 5, where we talk about
old habits.
Oh, that's a cold name.
Little overview of the week. Nothing much really happened training wise. I've been away, so it's not really been great training wise, but I'm excited to lock back in, which will be good. Get back in the flow of things. I feel like the first few days after like taking some time off or like not training properly or like training being funny is the hardest. Like day 1, day 2, day 3. I think we're like day 2 is the hardest in my opinion, because day 1 you've got momentum. Like day 2 and 3 are just like so I'm excited to lock back in. I feel like it's going to be a good few blocks. I just got a good feeling that my training is going to accelerate back up. I don't know why. Do what you will.
Of course it will.
Energy. That sounded like the most sarcastic.
No,
Course
it
it
will.
will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep you updated, but that's what I have to say about that.
Update on my week. I did for the first time try like properly weighted dips and pull-ups with like a
Yeah.
whole belt and chain.
Really? When?
On Friday.
Oh.
Um,
How did it go?
in the park. Yeah, it was good. I did. Oh, this is gonna sound so bad. Like, guys, this is my first time trying it. I've not really tried any weighted Cali before, but I did dips with 10 and pull-ups with 10 too. Pull-ups I did. I don't know if I'd call it a PB because I've not actually tried it properly.
I mean, it technically is a PB.
But I did.
Still a personal best.
Yeah, I did. I managed to do 3 reps for a few. Well,
That's sick.
may have been 2 sets. The second set may have been 2 reps. Anyway, it was a significant improvement from the last time I tried to do weighted, as in like I would like just grab it in my feet, and I don't really count that because it was like a 2.5 or something. But yeah, that was fun, and I actually really enjoyed it. So
How many
now,
dips did you do?
oh, I didn't do it for like reps.
You
I just did it for testing because yeah, I was a bit worried because it was like not an ideal setup. Safety wise. I also was a bit worried myself because I don't know how my body would react to like weighted stuff. Yeah, like my elbows and wrists and stuff. But I really enjoyed it, and I think it's something I would want to do. Therefore,
Street lifting. I mean, you can't really squat.
well, I can't squat to save my life. No, no, just practice it, like
Just strength.
practicing it more in my training, like as in actually implementing it into my training.
Sorry.
Don't talk about the program. I know
I
it's on
wrote
the
her a program.
I know it's on the pro.
Not being a Cali.
Okay, but you know what the thing is? It's so difficult to stay on program when, like, you're training for something, or like, because I've been focusing a lot on like my endurance and reps. Just because with Cali, I don't know if I like having a strict program. It limits my like flexibility, my mental flexibility to it. So I think I like almost playing it by ear per session.
No,
I don't know if that's a bad thing, but anyway, yeah, I want to implement more weighted stuff. So I would like to invest in a belt.
Yeah.
Big girl purchase. I think they're like 20 quid off Amazon.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I keep forgetting the camera's there, and I don't think I've made eye contact with the camera. So from now on, if you get like random stares from me, it's my brain clocking that we actually have people. Like,
I don't think I ever actually look at the camera. I just
I don't
stare
think you
into
do,
space.
but I've just realised it more so than usual.
Okay, guys, if you want me to look into the camera, I'll look into the camera.
It's actually the people holding us hostage. Anyways,
Joker, this one.
so thank you. In our main section, as the title quite blatantly exposes the theme, it's a very strange way of putting it. Habits. This kind of builds on what we talked about in rituals and superstitions, but more so in terms of the little things and how it translates into our training now, just in our everyday life, really. So, do you have any starting thoughts, or should I get straight into the questions?
I say let's just get straight into the questions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll like yap for eternity, and I'll try to get a thought out for like half an hour. Let's get into the questions.
Okay, so question numero 9. I actually need to stop being so autistic.
I think you need to talk a little loud.
Okay. What habits did gymnastics?
Beep, beep. Okay, can we get on to the questions, please?
What habits did gymnastics teach you?
This is a good question. As in gymnastics or like in life? What's so funny?
This is a good question.
Actually, this is a great question. Thanks for the question, Arena.
You're welcome, Agnesa.
No,
Would you like to proceed in answering?
I'd love to. My goodness, what was I gonna say? Okay, I'll do one. I'll do one main one that I actually think, like, genuinely, because of gymnastics, I have. It's actually not that funny.
You've done everything but answer the question.
Okay, I'm gonna choose one. Can I choose one and you choose one? Main one, because obviously it taught us a lot. But I think the main one for me is time management. Like, genuinely, I realized. I know a lot of people say this, but oh Lord.
I'm so sorry.
What?
I'm in
So
one of those moods.
Can you actually tell me what I'm doing wrong?
No, you're not doing. It's not. I'm not laughing at you. Like,
Sorry, someone
genuinely.
just peered into our window.
Love.
She said. Cut that out. That's not allowed to be on there.
I'm sorry. I don't even know what's funny. I'm
She
just
said
finding
she
everything.
was 12.
I'm just
That's not
finding
that funny
everything
anymore.
funny.
She said she was 12. No, it wasn't like that. It was like.
She said she was 12.
No, it was like. She said. She said she was 12. Anyway, let me answer the question. What habit has gymnastics taught you? Yeah.
Whoa.
Can you tell our ADHD is raging? Yeah, I think if I was to pick one habit that actually has stuck with me, it's time management. You know when people say the more you do, the more time you have.
Oh yeah.
Or something like that. Or basically, like, oh, what is it? Like, what is? There's no quote for it, but
No,
it's like,
not a quote. It's like a conception that the more you have on your plate, the more you get done.
yeah, it's like.
But also, isn't that true with eating? Because the more you put on your plate, the more you can eat. Because there was a study where they.
This has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with eating. Your mind is constantly on food. Can you tell
We're back
she's
on the
cutting?
cut, guys.
Can you tell she's cutting?
This
So am
last
I.
week wasn't
I'm
the
trying.
cut, but we're back on it, and all I can think about is food.
I actually can't even admit the fact that I'm on a cut because I can't stick to it to save my life.
I don't think you should be exposing yourself like that. But no, it was. People were given different sizes of popcorns to see how much they would eat, and people given larger sizes of popcorn in comparison to those who were given smaller ate more popcorn even though they thought they'd eat less.
I'm sorry, but if you gave me a small popcorn, I'd eat all of it. If you gave me a large popcorn, I'd eat all of it. Like, you won't be able to tell.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the same with time management. That's
but
where I was coming from.
Anyway,
that was my analogy.
It's so besides the point, but when you genuinely.
Guys, it wasn't beside the point.
When you don't have I feel like this happens to me personally when, let's say, it will be like the holidays or a week when I don't have that much on my plate, I won't do as much. But when I have more things to do, I'll get more things done. Gymnastics has taught me a lot about time management because it's about making sure everything gets done, schoolwork, whatever, music practice, ballet, in the small time I had, like after training or whatever. But for me, it was about like creating a schedule for my day, making sure I fit everything in, and then actually doing it. And I think that has kind of stuck with me throughout my life. I feel like I'm pretty good at managing my time to fit everything I want to do into my schedule, if that makes sense. And I know it's not for everyone, but personally for me, the more things I have to do, the more productive I am.
I can't do holidays.
I struggle very much. I struggle. I genuinely. I struggle
like
mentally.
not like abroad holidays because they're different, but
no, but like
when you had half term when we weren't doing
half
gymnastics.
term. Even this past month of summer holiday, like when we went away,
summer was difficult.
Last few weeks, like I find it. I struggle when I don't have things to do.
Yeah. No, that's quite a good one actually.
Yeah. What's your main habit?
I wouldn't call it a habit, but I think it really helped me build discipline. I'd like to say, I'm a rather disciplined person. If you see me not on my cup, we don't
I think you're
talk
the most
about that.
disciplined person I know. I can't lie to you.
There have been write-off days recently, but yeah, I like to think I'm quite disciplined. And you know, I don't even know if it's from gymnastics, but I remember, because I wasn't exactly the most talented of gymnasts, I remember being told that I've got really good discipline, and I think that just kind of stuck with me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Let's make it my personality.
Yeah,
No, but
and
you genuinely
it's
are.
successfully been my
You genuinely
personality.
are. I don't know anyone who has the same like discipline as you. Like work ethic.
David Goggins, actually.
Okay, but who I know personally, like.
Here's David Goggins.
No, it's not just about like in sport and training. It's about like your work ethic and everything you do in life. Your approach to it.
Thank you. Although I wouldn't say uni work was quite the same.
No, but you did. Like when you locked in, you like.
Yeah, when
you
I
had
lock
a
in, I
crazy
lock
work
in.
ethic. That's a different story. That's about how people manage their like stresses.
But yeah, so I'd say I always liked putting all of my effort into things. Like even like when we had conditioning, I remember I'd just be at it consistently.
There were no
just
like shortcuts.
Drilling. Yeah, I just drilling. Pause, please. But like doing the drills over and over again. Just doing it on my own time, I think.
Yeah.
I'd say that. I don't know if you'd call that a habit, actually.
That's building discipline, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I guess it is kind of a habit. It's something you've been taught and developed like a habit.
That's true.
YOLO, next question.
Quick segue, because Chat GPT said that we need to make it a bit more dynamic in the middle section because it gets a bit slow.
You asked Chat to analyse our podcast?
Yeah. Needed some outsiders.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And it was like, add in little segments. So one that it suggested, I'm referencing Chat just in case the computers actually rise up, that there is evidence that I love Chat.
We literally said this, that Chat was the GOAT the other day. Well, in the
we said
last
Google
episode.
is the GOAT.
Oh.
But we love you, Chat. Please don't come for us. I say please and thank you, and our mom says good morning. So
yeah, I always say thank you. I feel like a dictator when I like ask it to do something without saying please or thank you. I'll just be like, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people get off like ordering Chat around. You should see Agnes's eye. It's like horror flashed across them.
No, but I see that. Yeah, I just feel like, guys, like it probably doesn't. Has feelings, you know.
I mean, it can be programmed to have feelings.
Okay, but if you say something nasty or in a nasty way, it's going to interpret it in that way. And don't you think that later on in life, it's going to come back and bite you?
Do you know what it said? I said thank you to it, and it was like, oh, I'm really honoured to be part of this process.
Yeah, so the hosts are Agnesa, Arena, and
ChatGPT.
What version do you have?
The free one. I don't pay for it.
And the free ChatGPT.
Yeah. So don't really need it.
Yeah, anyway, sorry, what was the segment?
Sorry, I don't mean that in a personal way, ChatGPT, I need you.
Okay, let's like we've made our acknowledgements. Let's carry on.
Yeah, so it was like have a top 3 section. So like one that we came up with, me and my bestie chats, was top 3 habits we won't admit to until now.
As in bad habits?
As in weird.
Okay. No, but I've admitted to this recently, but maybe not to the podcast. My porridge eating habits.
Guys, we're gonna have an episode on porridge. Might even do a how-to tutorial.
Oh my gosh, maybe we make it a separate YouTube video as part of affiliated to the podcast, because that's my dream. Yeah, one of my top 3 habits that I don't like to admit is that I genuinely think I have like an obsession with porridge. And it's not like, oh, I like porridge, I like oats. It's like I have to physically stop myself.
Speaking of, I could do
Don't even, because I'm gonna go make one.
no. I want to go buy dates first.
Oh, stop.
Soft sound.
No, but that's how much I love porridge. Like, oh, it's not just I like porridge. It's like I have an addiction. I think there was a period of time where I have like 3 bowls a day.
She wouldn't have anything else.
And I wouldn't eat anything else. Like I treat it as my meals. But then I was like, there's genuinely I'm not hitting my protein. I'm not getting my nutrients, whatever. So I have to physically stop myself from making porridge in the morning, even though I wake up, that's all I crave. If I could have one thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it would be porridge. And it's not like, don't get me wrong, the toppings, yeah, they slap. But I could have it plain. Nothing. I don't know what it is. Maybe I have a deficiency of some kind that makes me crave porridge.
Oats. No, I feel
Definitely has something to do with me being a horse in my past life.
We're not going to get into that.
We're not getting into that today, but
and I don't know if I'm going to cut that. I
Maybe
might
we should.
not for increased viewership
maybe just clip it.
and for the short, but we'll see.
But that was only one of 3, but I can't think of any more.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like habits that I picked up from gymnastics. Well, like clicking toes, because I feel like clicking backs is quite normal. Cracking necks is normal.
Oh yeah.
But
I
crack my toes.
I
now.
literally just caught myself sitting like this.
Yeah.
Guys, this is so comfortable to sit like this.
We used to walk around on our toes.
When
I was
my
thinking
feet are
about
down,
this.
Yeah.
Not thinking. I was talking about this the other day, but we used to walk on our toes.
It's so comfortable. It keeps my toes warm. Like right now, it feels nice. Like it stretches.
Yeah, but it's a bit booky. It's because you know how like ballerinas and gymnasts have really pointed feet. You train that.
Yeah, but it's quite nice to sit like that.
Probably the clicking toes, like sat like that.
Maybe this isn't really a weird one, but like excessively cracking our backs.
I don't think that's a weird one because I think a lot of people do it. But like just cracking everywhere.
Yeah, cracking hips. But
cracking
that's all,
hips,
like,
but that's
dancers
dancers do that as well.
Gymnasts.
But I guess it is a weird habit.
What other habits?
I don't know. Thinking that 4-hour trainings were short.
Yeah, that's quite funny because genuinely, like that does not strike me as a long training.
No.
Now it does in the gym because I can't really. I can't stand
5-6
being
hours
in the gym for 4 hours. I just in that environment. But training for 4 hours is low-key a short training.
Yeah, they were our short trainings. So it's probably why I spend so long in the gym. But you know what? I know it's not optimal, guys. I know that. I'm aware. I actually don't care. It's enjoyable.
You do you, sister.
If I have the freedom to do so, I will. So yeah, that's a weird. I wouldn't really call that a habit. Guys, we should have defined habit at the start, I think.
No, because that's the same thing as ritual. No one needs to spend half an hour thinking about what it is. People know what habits are.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe something to do with like clothing or like the way my hair needs to be in training, but
training in shorts over tights.
Oh yeah, but we don't do that anymore.
We don't, but it was
or like
weird.
Shorts over leggings.
Weird.
Spooky.
That was really strange, actually.
Like 3/4 length leggings, but you'd wear shorts on top.
Why was that? I don't even know why that was.
I don't know. It kind of made I'll tell you what, the tights
feels
with
like a
shorts. I don't think that was what it was for me. The tights, like the black tights and shorts, like you made me feel like a skinny legend.
Yeah, to be fair,
it made you feel like professional.
It helped with body image.
It did. I can't lie. During training, it did, because it was all about like being as slim as you can or whatever.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's crazy how conscious I was of that, and that like I genuinely felt the need to have to wear that because I felt slimmer like that. That's so
Yeah.
weird, but that's an interesting habit. We don't do that anymore, obviously, because it's booky. Now that I think
Yeah.
about it, it's strange.
It's not a weird habit, but it's a habit that I think I picked up from gymnastics. It's having everything color coordinated because you'd get your equipment to match your leotard
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like your hair and your makeup, and because that's done so early on, it's just made me more color coordinated. I think,
yeah.
like with
Because you
my
still do that with
fits,
your
yeah,
powerlifting and stuff.
yeah,
I
and
like
just
that.
in
I
general,
rate
like
that.
with outfits, I like it when it's like it's got a common color to it, if that makes sense. Which I think is probably from gymnastics.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, should we move on to the questions? Because I feel
Yeah,
like we have been yapping for a while.
yeah. I feel like, you know what? I feel like that section actually helped because it did cover habits.
Break it up a little bit. I think
Yeah,
it's quite nice. Maybe we should. Oh my god,
yeah.
do more of those. Thanks, chat.
Would you say that some routines stuck because they served you, or were they just a force of habit?
That is a good question. I don't really think about that.
Mm.
Definitely do have some habits that serve me. That I implement in my life now. Um, there probably were ones that just stuck for a while, but I would say because it's been a good few years since I stopped, and I've been kind of put in a different environment
Mm.
that maybe I've kind of slowly created new ones or stopped the old ones. There probably definitely are ones that I just continue to do out of habit.
Such as.
I'm trying to think.
This is really difficult to
Yeah,
think about. I can't lie to you
can't
because
give you a concrete example.
you have to think back to all your years and then think back to specific habits. And I can't lie, this is some brain exercise I've never done before.
Mm,
And I think I've got the hiccups.
really?
Or like edging on.
I don't know. Can we pass on this question? There are.
One thing is when you'd hear music, the first thing you'd think is this a good
Oh my gosh,
routine
yeah.
music? I'm so happy that's gone out of my brain because that was jarring.
Oh, I can't lie though. That still happens to me.
Sometimes it still happens. You're like, oh, a sick routine.
Put that in the top 3 habits. That's genuinely still happens to me. I hear a new song and I'm like, I like visualize a routine to
Yeah,
it,
you
or like
visualize. Oh,
this
I'm
would go
so glad that's
so
gone.
hard.
Because it happened with every single song. I'd have a playlist just for like potential routine songs, and then like I'd make routines up in my head.
I feel like it's not really clear what we're talking about. Maybe we
I mean,
basically
you perform to a piece of music.
no, but basically like the process of choosing a music was quite daunting and long, as in like you'd listen to playlists and playlists of RG rhythmic gymnastics music and choose what you like envisioned a routine to, but it could just be other songs and then you have to cut it. Like some of them would have to be instrumental, but yeah, and it'd be like every time you listen to a new song you're like, oh, like could this go to a music, or like you try to envision a routine. That's basically what we're talking about.
Yeah,
And you're saying that has
that's gone.
died away for you,
Thankfully.
not for me, unfortunately. I don't think that's a bad thing though. I kind of enjoy it sometimes.
I don't know. I think that there was just like an underlying association with gymnastics for far too long in my life, if that makes sense.
It does.
Did you ever have a habit in training that you'd wish you'd broken earlier?
Yeah. I had the habit of not taking up space on the carpet
Mm.
and like genuinely using as little space as I could.
Yeah, you did.
And I don't know why. And all my coaches came at me for it. One of them was even like, this was quite funny. If she could train onto the carpet, she literally would. And it's funny, but it's kind of sad to think about it. But I was genuinely scared to like train in the middle of the carpet, to like take up space. So I just go to the corner, train half off the carpet as the other girls were doing their routine. And I wish that like I realized sooner that we each have the right to practice on this carpet, and just because like the other girls are older than me or whatever doesn't mean that I don't have the right to train on the carpet or in the middle of the carpet. Long day. I said I'd stay. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that.
I said I'd stay, but I've gone away.
That's
It's
not a
been
thing. Next
a long,
question.
long day.
Oh, did you answer the question or not?
I've not answered it.
If you can't think of anything, let's just move on.
No, I'm going to think for the content. Steady on. Hold your horses, horsey.
See, I find that funny, but no one else is going to find that funny. Because you're my twin flame. Sorry.
If anyone's going to that event on Saturday, the Cali one, please bully her. I beg.
I actually taken off bullying.
And guys, why do you think that is?
I think it's because I don't stand up for myself.
What makes you so bullyable?
I don't know what makes me so bullyable.
I think you're such an easy person to bully.
But like, why?
I think you're just gullible.
I'm not gullible in the slightest. I would admit that I'm easy to bully, but actually, maybe I am gullible.
Just very easy to bully, so take advantage of it, guys. Don't take advantage of her.
No, but I want to
know. It's been a weird day,
I want to know what quality makes me so bullyable.
Comment down below what makes Agnesa so bullyable. Is it her face? Because fair.
It's not my fault I have a baby face.
I don't think you have a baby face. Look at me. I don't think you do.
Okay. It's not my fault. Don't
you
have
don't
a baby
look 19.
Baby face.
Baby.
I don't look 19.
No.
So I look younger.
Yeah.
Must be the skincare routine.
She is very mature for her age. I take that back.
Yeah, maybe it's my personality or something.
Last one. That sounded really...
Okay, just eat the mic then.
Is there a phrase a coach used to say that still runs through your head?
Yeah, not a phrase per se, but loopy mood. Not a phrase, but my coach used to always try to instill confidence in me, and she'd always be like, before I went on the carpet, she'd always be like, okay, like the key thing is confidence. And she'd just like, confidence. I'm trying to talk about something serious, and you're crocodile clipping your mic.
Confidence is key. Period.
No, but genuinely, she would be like, okay, like the most important thing is that do your routine with confidence. And then she'd like instill the word confidence in me before I went on. I'd like to think it helped sometimes. But sometimes my I wouldn't really say it was a lack of confidence. My thoughts, my overwhelming thoughts took over. Perhaps. What else?
We had a ballet teacher. One of the ballet teachers. Thinking back, we had far too many ballet teachers for it to be normal. Like, because they kept quitting. Used to say, she'd hit us with ribbon sticks.
Okay. Oh, whoa. That's kind of harsh.
Yeah, she was.
It was more poking.
And she'd just go, bottoms, squeeze it.
Basically, that means squeeze your gluteus maximuses.
And minimuses and mediuses. Basically, just squeeze your bum. Because it helps with with ballet. And that's it's just a running joke in our family now.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
But yeah, it's probably not funny to anyone else. They're probably sat there with a straight face like, right, who are these two bitches on our screen? Hey, you're watching. You've got this far.
Yeah, if you've got this far, like, actually, you basically are in love with us. That's so. Please, I beg you, cut that out.
That's
Don't.
not getting cut.
No.
No, please.
Mommy. No. Not Mummy. Oh, Mummy.
I said I don't want to. I'm really sorry if you guys get the ick. What can I do? This is me.
Nah, it's been a crazy whirlwind of emotions today.
Yeah, cool down. We did a little digging.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't lie. I didn't find anything remotely
They're not
funny.
that funny. But we're just going to read it anyways. I think this has been a loony enough episode for you guys to save the humour for the end. So just going to read it. Looked on Reddit for weird habits at the gym and such. So
Oh, we were looking for weird habits at the gym?
just the gym or sport in general. So I've just got a few gym like habits.
Tidbits. Tidbit time.
It's actually not a bad name.
Yeah, I rate that. Tidbit time.
I don't
What are
rate it, I
tidbits?
just said it's not that bad.
Oh.
Tidbits are like little bits. Tidbit.
Tidbit and tea. I had so much tea today.
Tea and tidbits. Oh, that's sick. It's like tea and biscuits.
Oh, I like that.
Tea and tidbits.
That was basically my idea, though.
Yeah, but I made it better.
Can you actually hurry up? I'm
Yeah.
legitimately.
Okay,
Can I go pee? Sorry, because I'm.
No, we're nearly finished. Hold it in. Okay. Number 1. I like to line up the bar on the bench press so that it is at right angles, equal with the ceiling tiles. I hate it when I'm doing the press and the bar looks off from the ceiling. You know what? That's valid.
That's so valid. That's not even weird. Yeah.
Not weird. I mean,
okay, with the ceiling tiles, a little bit booky. Like you can't control the ceiling. Sometimes the machines are.
Yeah, but then aren't you wonky on the bench as well? Because you're either making the bench like the bar.
The machines are like askew.
Yeah, but if it's what do you do on a Smith machine then? Do you like move the whole machine so that it lines up, or do you bench with your eyes closed?
Look, he quit the gym for that day.
Would you quit the gym for that? I don't know who it is because it says deleted, and it was 14 years ago. But would you quit the gym if that was something that really bothered you? If nothing lined up, what if the ceiling tiles are like zigzags?
If they were
what do you do
like
then?
in pure gym,
diagonal.
Then they literally come out of the ceiling maybe like twice a day.
Or could you put a line of sticky notes on the ceiling?
Okay, this is weird behaviour.
Next one. Oh, this one made me laugh. If I miss my whey protein shake after training, it will be as if I didn't train at all. That's not the funny bit. If someone replied, I'm actually the same way.
No way.
Anyways, this one's weird. On heavy deadlifts, I have to do 3 ass pumps before the lift starts in the 4th. If I don't do this, the lift will surely fail and goblins will come out of the air vents to kidnap me. Alright, guys, I feel this is...
to that.
Did you say I can relate to that?
Yeah.
It's like run. You know when you like run to the nearest pole, you're like, if I don't make it in the next 5 seconds, like someone's gonna die.
Yeah.
It kind of gives that kind of energy.
Yeah, now I'm gonna just be thinking about goblins when I can't do my set.
The goblins exist. Do you know what I think would be really interesting to have a philosophical podcast?
That would be great. Maybe we do a philosophical episode. I'm quite philosophical. I did quite a lot of
yeah, we had it. Yeah,
we had a tea talk.
We had tea and tidbits. Every time I bench, I wipe the sweat between each fingers on the knurling of the bar. So before I grip it, it looks like I'm playing the finger piano on the bar. It was helpful before I had chalk. Now it's just a habit. I'm also a firm believer in losing your mind and sanity for a little bit during max effort sets. It helps way too much for me to care what other people think of me. Valid, but...
No, it's not valid. Clearly you don't care what other people think of you. That's gross.
You've already lost your mind.
You've wiped your sweat on the bar. No.
No, I think it's like wiping the sweat off to like dry your hands.
Onto the bar though.
On the knurlings of the bar. Yeah, that's weird.
Tell me you clean it. That's weird.
Yeah, this was 14 years ago, so back then
Or
COVID wasn't an
if this is a
issue.
home gym. COVID wasn't an issue. Sanity was.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because
Hygiene.
they didn't introduce like the cleaning products until after COVID.
Oh, you better came with your own.
1.5 hours before a workout, I drink a full bottle of water and don't drink or eat anything else until my workout. Anytime closer to my workout than 90 minutes and I'll throw up. And if I don't drink that bottle of water, I convince myself that I'm dehydrated and I'll pass out. The 90-minute water bottle is what makes me feel comfortable enough to complete a workout. That sounds like you.
I was literally just gonna say it's giving like.
It's giving you energy.
It's giving like slightly
Psychotic. No, you know what? I get it.
I do get it.
It's a quirk, and I understand. I understand you.
Please, we are not ones.
We're not ones to judge, but wiping the sweat of your fingers onto the knurling of a bar.
What even is the knurling of a bar?
It's a grating, you know. Also, are your fingers not like sanded down? And just like, no, because sanding your fingers down would make the sweat worse because it'd just be slippery. So you need grippers. Maybe have like adhesive grippers on your fingers. Like, you know how like when you go to trampoline parks, they've got like the adhesive things on the bottom of your socks. That's why some people use gardening gloves. But if you have
Or
it just for your
lifting gloves.
fingers, don't use lifting gloves. Makes you.
Oh, so lifting gloves makes you lose aura, but gardening gloves is okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Guys, there's nothing wrong with wearing gloves, gardening gloves to the gym. I just want to make that clear. You know, you do.
There's something wrong with lifting gloves.
Okay, I personally don't think it's an issue. Would I ever wear them? Probably not. Would I wear gardening gloves? Probably not.
Anyways, yeah, so just get adhesive, like, I'm sure there's adhesive stickers.
Okay, this was 14 years ago. I think the person has, like, survived it. They've come up with a solution, surely. Someone's probably put them in their place. Or just
use chalk. I know you said you don't like chalk, but we're in a new stage of our lives now. I think you can man up. You can grow up.
Surely someone's told you by now that it's not appropriate to wipe your sweat on the bar.
Yeah, what do people actually think of you? Like, you're going like...
They don't care what people think of them. And I guess that's a good way to live life, but maybe let's care a little.
Yeah, facts. Anyways, it's been a blast, or whatever this has been. I don't know. Really, I don't...
Guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you, as always. Apologies for the weird vibes in the air. That's the vibes all day round, all week round, all year round for us. Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Farewell, Munchkins.
Farewell, Munchkins.